Cellcyte Genetics develops therapeutics that will make delivery of stem cells and potentially of other cells to different organs much more effective compared to what can be done today.
What can stem cells do?
Stem cells can regenerate tissue. They can make more stem cells, but they can also differentiate into tissue cells, such as heart cells, nerve cells, and can thereby regenerate diseased tissue.
Are stem cells all alike? What different kinds are there?
Well, just very fundamentally, there are two different kinds of stem cells. There are the embryonic stem cells that are hotly debated in the public, obviously, for a number of reasons. These cells are isolated from human embryos, and then there are adult stem cells that are going to be used in the therapies that we're going to develop. These adult stem cells are found in everybody's organs. They are found mainly in a bone marrow, but they can also be found in heart, in liver, in other tissues.
Which organs can be healed with stem cells?
Yeah, our first indication will be heart disease. Patients that have experienced a heart attack and that are developing heart failure, that are in the process of developing heart failure, these will be our first target population of patients. You can heal other organs as well, and that's something that we want to get to in the future, send stem cells to the lung, to the kidneys, etc., to the nervous system. The first target, again, will be the heart.
How does this medication work?
Adult stem cells are, for example, found in bone marrow, like shown here. These stem cells can travel to different tissues and bind to these tissues, and they do this through cell surface molecules. These are glycoproteins that can bind to receptors that are found in different tissues. With current technology, stem cells are administered, for example, by a coronary catheter that's inserted into the groin, like shown in the lower left of the graphic here. This catheter is pushed up right to the heart, and cells are injected right into the heart. But now what happens is that these stem cells very quickly leave the heart and go to liver and spleen, because liver and spleen contain very high affinity receptors, and a large number of high affinity receptors for stem cells. Our product now is a glycoprotein that can be administered by simple intravenous injections, like shown on the right-hand side of the graphic here. This glycoprotein then travels to liver and spleen and binds and blocks these stem cell receptors. If we now inject stem cells, and again we can do this by simple intravenous injection, then these stem cells arrive in the heart and stay there because they cannot go into liver and spleen. The receptors in liver and spleen are blocked. So we achieve that up to 80% of the cells stay in the heart or arrive in the heart, and a large number of them stays there, and then they can differentiate and regenerate heart tissue.
Have you already tested your product in humans?
We're planning to try the first clinical trials. These are phase 1 safety studies. If not by the end of this year, then in the first quarter of 2008. We're right now completing preclinical studies and will submit to FDA later this year. And again, the first phase 1 study is scheduled to start at the latest early 2008.
Where did you learn what you're doing?
Well, I've been in biotech industry for the last 5 to 6 years. I've first been with Immunex, a Seattle biotech company, then with Amgen, the world's biggest biotech company, where I learned a lot about developing drugs. I've been doing cardiovascular research for the last about 10 years. I started this at the University of Washington in Seattle. Before that, I studied in Germany, in Mainz, close by to Frankfurt, where we are right now. I did my PhD at the German Cancer Research Center, and I went to the States in 1997, which then also was a switch from cancer research to cardiovascular research.
Why are you doing this? What makes you get up in the morning?
There's no better job in the whole world. That's why. I think each and every scientist has this curiosity. You just want to find out about things. And what I decided very consciously a few years ago, that I want to apply this curiosity really to the business of drug development. And business meaning it's not just the business, it's to developing drugs. Because there's nothing more exciting.